So I'm going to do my bread recipe slow. This is version 2.0, and it is my egg white protein buttermilk bread, which is one of my favorites, and I'm very excited to get this back into my life. This recipe I will post down in the comments. I will pin it there as soon as I wake up tomorrow, because Harry gets this up at 12:15, and you can't pin a recipe until someone writes a comment, and then you can put it up. It's weird how YouTube is. At least that's the only way I know how to do it now.
Well, to pin it, that's what you have to do.
There are two parts to the ingredients. The first part are all the things you can put in here in order to get stiff egg white peaks. Then there is, after you get your egg white peaks stiff, what you can add in that contains fats that you can put in afterwards that will, while your egg whites are still stiff, beat that up, get it in the pan, and go from there. So, you know what I forgot to do? I forgot to get my pan ready, Harry. So I've got to stop, and I've got to get my pan ready first, because once you are done putting the fats in, your egg whites start dropping fairly quickly. So you have to get it into the pan very quickly and into the oven, and then it will rise. So let me get my pan covered in parchment paper, and I will be right back. Yes, indeed. My pan's all ready. Yes, it is. Now, I'm gonna put the things that I add in last in a bowl together, which is right here, okay? And that's gonna be, you can do 1 to 2 teaspoons of nutritional yeast or more, depending on your taste. So I'm gonna put my nutritional yeast in here. Yes, I am. I added 2 teaspoons. It gives flavor. I love the flavor, but if you don't, and this one happens to be in the Bragg nutritional yeast box, but you guys can go to Sprouts and get Sprouts brand, and it's less expensive, and it's in a nice big container. So there's lots of different brands, but get the nutritional yeast. That's what this is. Now, I want to put in my butter, my Anthony's butter, to this. Oops, something I don't have. Excuse me. Gotta get it. Buttermilk powder. Buttermilk powder has fats in it, and we need 9 grams of buttermilk powder. So you put your container on, and you tear it out to make it zero it out. Then you measure it, and it will go negative.
See how Wendy uses the wrong arm?
It's my right arm because it's my left one. Okay, here's 5 grams right in there. We need 9 total. 6, 9, 8. Dinky winky bit more. Here we go. 9 grams of buttermilk powder. Buttermilk powder.
Yep.
You want egg yolk powder. If you don't have egg yolk powder, save your egg yolk, put it in at the very end. So my egg yolk powder goes on here. Again, you zero out. There you go. And you want, looking at my 6 grams. Six grams of my egg yolk powder, or you omit the powder and put 1 raw egg yolk in at the end. Anthony's butter powder. Zero it out, get the scoop out, then tartar it out again. And actually, I'm going to take the scoop out. Zero it out. I need, how much butter do I need? 6 grams. And 6 grams is about a tablespoon, but if you pack it wrong, it's going to be more or less. So I just want to be exact for everybody. There we go. So I've got butter, nutritional yeast, egg yolk powder in my mix, and I've got buttermilk powder, right? All those are going in after I have stiff peaks. I'm putting 1.5 cups of water in the bottom. And now I'm adding everything that does not have any fats in it so that it won't inhibit me getting stiff egg whites. So I'm putting in, where's my salt? 1/2 teaspoon of REDMOND REAL SALT or pink Himalayan salt, I prefer. I'm putting in a teaspoon of cream of tartar. Now, cream of tartar adds a tartness. It's an acid that helps stabilize egg whites, okay? So if you don't like a tart taste and you're using only egg white protein powder, you really don't need the cream of tartar because it's very, very, very stable. If you're using raw egg whites and beating them, you absolutely need cream of tartar. So it's up to you if you're using just egg white protein powder like me, but I like that taste. It gives me more of a buttermilk taste to me. I like it. Now,
And it's not a fat, right? So that's why you can put it in now. Okay.
Correct. It's an acid. And you can use lemon juice, apple cider vinegar, or cream of tartar if you don't have cream of tartar, just so you know. And you can look that up because it gives you the ratio you need if you're exchanging one for the other. But I am adding gelatin because I like the chew texture better than xanthan gum. And you can put this in right away. So I am putting in 1 tablespoon of beef gelatin.
Because it's not a fat.
It's not a fat. And you sprinkle it across your water, and it helps bloom it a little bit. And it keeps it from gelling up in a ball better. And this is Zint. This is grass-fed beef gelatin, but Knox, regular Knox gelatin, any of the gelatin you buy, read the back, make sure there's no sugar or anything in it, in the baking aisle of your store. Knox gelatin is just fine. But make sure there's no sweeteners or anything else into it other than the animal products like hooves and cartilage and all of the good things that they boil down to make gelatin with. Yes, gelatinous parts of the animal.
Hence Jello.
So now I can add my sugar here, okay? I'm adding back 1 tablespoon of allulose. Now, this gives it the brownness. You do not have to add allulose. Not at all, not at all. I did not add it at all. And if you are in Canada or someplace where you cannot buy it or it's very, very expensive and you don't mind the bread not being brown, omit it. It doesn't need to go in there. If you want a little bit of sweetness to your bread, you can put just a little bit of your favorite powdered sweetener.
And you can put it in now because it's not a fat.
It's not a fat. Good boy. Here I am. I'm proud of you. Yes, indeed. Now, egg white protein powder I always put in last. And I use 120 grams. Here we go. Putting it in. Go. There you have it. And the reason why I put the water at the bottom, especially in a very deep pan, is because you don't want powder going to the bottom. So I'm just going to sit here and just stir this up a little bit. You can use your whisk too and do that. I just want to make sure that this powder gets mixed just a little bit. It looks ugly and lumpy and clumpy when you do that, but it mixes really nicely, you guys. Water. If you put the powder in the bottom, you're going to get some powder probably in your mix. So I just like getting this kind of touched with water. And put this on the bottom because we want to keep all this because that's our powder right there, you guys. And I I'll wash this off once I get this started. Now with this mixer, it usually takes about 10 minutes for me to get really stiff peaks. I turn it on. Where's the guard? Here it is, couldn't see it. Put the guard on. Start slow, low and slow. And then I turn it to high for 10 minutes. Now, what I really like about this mixer more than mine is that I can lift up the head and put my powdered ingredients closer into the middle so it's not being flown up in the air. So let's get that in. Drop it down, put it on low. It's really incorporating nicely. 10 seconds on high. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I love that function. That is something, and you can get it on the other versions of the $200 to $300 to $500 mixers every day of the week. Yes, you can. Now, another thing I like is this thing is stuck in there really nicely. And of course, I'm using a different one, so I have to remember to unlock it from the bottom because the bowl locks in place. Now it's got the butter, it's got the egg yolk in here, it's got the buttermilk, so we need to move it fast into the pan. Yes, we do. Because the minute you add fats back in, but you want to go in on the sides, you want to make sure you go to the bottom of this pan. Look at that beautiful, beautiful mixture. Oh, love it. And just give it a quick, oh man, it's just beautiful. Isn't it?
Yeah, it's
pearly. Like taffy or something. Yeah, it's just beautiful, you guys. And you put it in your pan.
The video doesn't give it, you know.
The color, the glossy, beautiful egg whites that are here. It's just beautiful.
It looks very pearly.
Yes, it does. Pearlescent.
Yeah.
Looks like taffy.
Yeah,
saltwater taffy. Harry's grandparents.
Exactly. No, my uncle.
Oh, and if you guys ever went to California, Long Beach specifically, growing up, if you're old enough, they had the Pike down there, and they owned the saltwater taffy that was world famous. That saltwater taffy, homemade machine and everything. Harry's brother got that, unfortunately, because I would have made toffee, saltwater toffee. I would have looked like saltwater toffee. I would have been making so much of it. So.
I would have loved it if I sold it, man.
Well, anyway, that's water under the bridge.
Yep.
And we couldn't have it now anyway, unless I could make some keto-fied saltwater taffy, right?
That's right.
So you want to get your bread in the pan. Want to push it to the corners. You want to gently push it in and down a little bit, just so that you're pushing out the big air bubbles. Though you don't want big, huge holes, but you want air bubbles in it. That's why we whip it, right?
Yep.
Light and fluffy, pretty air bubbles. This is going to be tall, which is going to be nice. I am so looking forward to this bread. My other bread was delicious during BBB&E, but because I didn't get to add any additional flavors that I like to give it the yeasty breadiness, or the sourdough more specifically, and some of you don't like sourdough, and that's perfectly fine. You don't have to add the tartar, and you don't have to add the cream of tartar or the buttermilk, but the buttermilk just makes this so darn fluffy, doesn't it, Harry?
Yep.
I have found out if I square the sides and give it more of a plateau look on top, it stays better in the pan and doesn't go wonky lopsided on top. Sometimes they can fold over, right? Fall down on the sides, fold over. So hopefully by doing this, It just stays better in the pan. There you go, there you have it. It's 325 degrees preheated oven, Fahrenheit. And I put it in for exactly 40 minutes. And when we come back, we'll have bread. And when the bread is rested, we'll have toast. And then it's time to do the sardine taste test with me. Yes, indeed. So you guys come back when it's bread. You guys missed it.
I don't want to talk about it right now.
I'm frozen in time because Harry moved the handle thing. What's it called? Gimbal, and the camera went flying off. Not on the carpet, which isn't very, very thick, but right onto the tile floor, face down.
Yep.
So I'm waiting to hear that he broke another camera. Hopefully, it looks okay, Harry. It's fine. It's more important than bread.
Yeah, I know. It's because of the cost.
It's much more important than the bread.
Yeah,
yes, indeed.
Like a small car.
Okay, back to what I was starting to do before the camera went flying at me. Is my bread, and I missed that beautiful golden brown that just 1 tablespoon gives it, you guys. You don't need 1/4 cup of allulose. You truly don't. A tablespoon, and you know what? You probably could get away with 1/2 tablespoon. But you guys, I'm so excited. Well, I'm so excited about my buttermilk bread. Not so excited. Kind of waiting for this because this is next. Yes, it is. Sardines. Oh, and you guys can get these on Amazon, and you can get auto ship. So Harry's going to put the link down in the description below. I didn't know that, but I was looking for something else. It's weird how the bots find out about stuff.
I know.
You ever notice you buy something and all of a sudden commercials for it come up on the videos you're watching?
Yep.
Amazon, it's like all of a sudden stuff starts popping up. It's weird, and they're bots. They really are.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Well, they don't understand what a bot. A lot of people don't understand what a bot is.
It's a little algorithm that they type in that searches. It's like a little spider going out.
That's why they call it spiders.
It's a spider. Yeah. But look at this. Look at this. Woo! I'm so excited. I get my buttermilk bread. Buttermilk bread. Yes, I do. Looks like I didn't push it down all the way. I got a couple holes in there, but you guys. Now remember, take your parchment paper, knock off all the crumbs, and reuse it. Because you guys, if you're making bread every couple days or so, reuse your parchment paper. They do that in the bakeries, and you can do that at home too. It works beautifully. So I just wanted to share that with everybody, but you guys, there's my bread. Ooh, yeah. Buttermilk bread, high protein buttermilk bread version 2.0. I love you. Yes, indeed. I'm getting butter ready. I'm so excited. Yes, indeed I am. You guys. Now, it did just a little bit fold over the bread when I did it. And it's come in just a teeny weeny bit. Sunk in just a little bit. But man, it feels good. And I like cutting mine from the bottom because if it's flowed over the sides at all, you get a better cut, I think. Oh, Sally, she
knows the bread. I gotta get her coming.
Sally, did you hear the word bread?
Yes, she did. Here she is, man. She knows Mama's making the bread. Don't you, baby?
It's still a little warm.
If it looks good.
I'm gonna turn it out. Look at this, you guys. This is so soft and so nice, but it's not sticky, right?
Right.
It's so soft and so nice and so moist, you guys. Look at this. And it smells good too. See the smash factor? Do the smash. Wonder Bread.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed. I've been waiting for this. Let me have a little taste. That is so delicate, light, and fluffy.
It's not. It's not like styrofoam.
Not at all.
I know she's standing there waiting. Look. Look who's waiting for a piece of bread.
You get it? Oh yeah, you got some of Mama's bread, huh?
Now, Harry, we're gonna put some butter on this. Look at this butter. It's already sliced.
Yep. Well, that it?
That's my favorite bread.
Yeah.
This is the bread I want my sandwiches made with.
Oh yeah.
It is so good.
Yeah.
This is the bread I want my toast with butter on in the morning. Yes, indeed. But I want Sherry to taste this. Smearable, cuttable, and look, when I smashed it, it stayed smashed, so it's not spongy. It's not styrofoam, right?
Right.
It's bread.
Right.
It's bread. So Harry, I'm gonna trade places if I can get around Sally, who's right at my feet, you guys. She's so funny.
Okay, I'm gonna put some butter on.
Yeah.
There. I've been waiting for this for so long. Oops. See? Look at my bread. That's my bread.
Look at it. Okay.
Is it in focus?
Yes, it is.
That's it, Wendy.
That's the bread.
Look at the sandwiches and stuff again.
Yes, I am. And yes, we do. It's good, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, you guys. We've got our bread. It's absolutely beautiful. Look at the bread.
And Wendy gets to put all kinds of stuff on there.
Yes, I do.
I'm just sitting here thinking, what can we put on there, you know?
Well, you guys, that's the bread we love. Yes, indeed. That is my high-protein buttermilk bread version 2.0. Absolutely love it, and I suggest you guys give it a try. If you don't like any of the other ones you made, if it's too dry, too styrofoamy, sticks in your throat, you need to give this a try. Yes, indeed.